Hello, this is AJ Hogue. Let's get started with the point of view lessons for Lookout Mountain. Our first story is happening now. There's a guy. His name is Lance. There's a girl. Her name is Gina. Lance loves Gina. Lance wants to kiss Gina. But Gina doesn't want to kiss Lance. She says, "No, I won't kiss you." But Lance loves Gina. He says, "I love you. I want to kiss you." Gina says, "No way." Lance says, "Please, please, please, Gina, I love you." Gina looks at Lance. She thinks, Then she says, "Okay, I'll make a bet with you. We run to San Francisco from New York. If I get there first, you give me $28,250. But if you win, I'll kiss you." Lance says, "That's too far. That's crazy." Gina laughs. "It'll be more fun than a barrel of monkeys." And so they start the race. They start running from New York City. After 42 days, Lance arrives in Denver, Colorado. He is ahead of Gina, but he is starting to drag. And so Lance stops to rest. He says, I'm starting to drag." And then Gina is beside him, and she passes him. Gina passes Lance, and she laughs. "Ha ha! See you in San Francisco." Well, finally, they get near San Francisco. Gina is winning, but she's also starting to drag. Both of them are dragging. Both of them are tired. Gina's ahead, but then Lance remembers his love. He runs faster. He runs faster and faster and faster, and he remembers that he loves Gina, and suddenly he passes Gina and arrives in San Francisco. Lance wins the race. After he wins, Lance says to Gina, "I'll get on my soapbox a minute and say, you can't beat love." Gina says, "Well, I guess you're right." And she kisses Lance. Lance is very, very happy. He wins the race. He wins the bet, and he finally kisses Gina. The end. All right, our next story is in the future, sometime in the future. Sometime in the future, there will be a guy, and his name is gonna be Lance. And there's gonna be a girl. Her name will be Gina. Lance'll love Gina. Lance'll want to kiss Gina. But Gina won't want to kiss Lance. She'll say, "No, I won't kiss you." But Lance'll love Gina. He'll say, "I love you. I want to kiss you." Gina's going to say, "No way." Lance will say, "Please, please, please, Gina, I love you." Gina will look at Lance. She'll think, Then she'll say, "Okay, I'll make a bet with you. We run to San Francisco from New York. If I get there first, you give me $28,250. But if you win, I'll kiss you." Lance will say, "That's too far. That's crazy." And then Gina will laugh. "It'll be more fun than a barrel of monkeys." And so they'll start the race. They'll start running from New York City. After 42 days, Lance will arrive in Denver, Colorado. He'll be ahead of Gina, but he'll start to drag. He'll stop to rest and he'll say to himself, "I'm starting to drag." And then, at that time, Gina will pass him. She'll pass Lance and she'll laugh. "Ha ha ha ha! See you in San Francisco." Finally, they'll get near San Francisco. Gina will be winning. She'll be 2 miles ahead of Lance. Both of them will be dragging. Both of them will be tired. But Gina will be ahead. At that time, Lance will remember his love. He'll run faster. He'll run faster and faster and faster. And he'll remember that he loves Gina. Suddenly, he'll pass Gina and he'll arrive in San Francisco. Lance is gonna win the race. And after he wins, Lance is gonna say to Gina, I'll get up on my soapbox now and say, you can't beat love. Gina will say, well, I guess you're right. And she'll kiss Lance. Lance will be very, very happy. He'll win the race, he'll win the bet, and he'll finally kiss Gina. The end. Okay, and finally, our last one. There was a guy. His name was Lance. There was a girl. Her name was Gina. Since 10 years ago, Lance has loved Gina. For 10 years, Lance has wanted to kiss Gina. And for 10 years, Gina has not wanted to kiss Lance. Every time she has said, no, I won't kiss you. But for 10 years, Lance has loved Gina. He has always said to her, I love you, I want to kiss you. And Gina has always said, no way. Lance has always begged. He has always said, please, please, Gina, I love you. Well, one day, Gina looked at Lance and she thought, and she said, okay, I'll make a bet with you. We run to San Francisco from New York. If I get there first, you give me $28,250. But if you win, I'll kiss you. Lance said, that's too far. That's crazy. And Gina laughed. It'll be more fun than a barrel of monkeys. And so they started the race. They started running from New York City. After 42 days, Lance arrived in Denver, Colorado. He was ahead of Gina, but he was starting to drag. And so Lance stopped the rest. He said to himself, I'm starting to drag. And right then, Gina was behind him and she passed him. Gina passed Lance and laughed. Ha ha ha! See you in San Francisco. Well, finally they got near San Francisco. Gina was winning. She was 2 miles ahead of Lance, but she was also starting to drag. Both of them were dragging. Both of them were tired. Gina was ahead. But then Lance remembered his love. He ran faster. He ran faster and faster and faster. And he remembered that he loved Gina. And suddenly he passed Gina and arrived in San Francisco first. Lance won the race. After he won, Lance said to Gina, I'll get up on my soapbox now and I'll say, you can't beat love. And Gina said, well, I guess you're right. And she kissed Lance, and Lance was very, very happy. He won the race, he won the bet, and he finally kissed Gina. The end. And that is the end of the point of view stories for Lookout Mountain. See you next time. Bye.